Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday, July 9th, 2019, about 9:34, 9:35 in the morning. Just got here and just took my coat off. I got my big thick coat. Yesterday was a little too cool for my windbreaker. And this morning, first of all, I totally forgot that I was going at 11 o'clock this week. So I'm getting up, and I'm out the door and I'm pedaling and I'm like, schmuck, you got about another hour to chill. So I just want to get to work and go get it done and go home. But it was really cold this morning and I'm thinking, oh man. And they said it's going to warm up. Actually, they said our temps are supposed to come back up starting tomorrow. So we shall see. Even if the weather is a little gloomy and marine layered, I'm going to come in with my windbreaker. I love this coat, but it's so thick, and because of the insulation, just coming up here, just my back starts to get sweaty, and I don't like when my back gets sweaty. So the weather's again turning nice. We'll see. This is this time last year, you know how they do weather comparisons. This time last year it was, yesterday last year, it was 104. It was 104 in LA. We were well into the 90s, especially in the high desert, like 104. I remember that one time when Tanya and I went to Vegas. It was across the desert, right about where you see the solar farm. It was like 106 out in the outside temperature. But we've had a really, like I said, an unusual and a mild startup to summer. In fact, coming up this way by the Catholic high school, by the Catholic school, there's these shrubs, these hedges. I don't know if you ever, I'll describe them. They're short-leaved hedges, and they have tiny little white flowers with maybe a tiny little yellow pistil in the center. And they smell, especially like when the sun is out, they smell abundantly beautiful, really sweet and fragrant, kind of like a honeysuckle scent, Remember those as a kid? You smelled them when you picked them? It's kind of like that, but it's a hedge. And as far as I remember, wherever I saw those hedges, in the cities and the parks or people's homes and front yards, during the summertime, those things were always covered with bees. I mean, there were bees everywhere. I mean, even like these petunias down over here and, all these other beautiful flowers used to be covered, the lavenders. They used to be covered in bees when I was a kid. Now you hardly ever see bees. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, what happened to all the bees? And I used to be afraid of bees because my asthma was really bad, that I was told that there's a high possibility that I would be allergic to a bee sting and I could possibly die. What a scary thing to tell a child, right? And I look around and I really don't see bees anymore. To me, that's kind of a raise for concern, bees. What is it? Bees, butterflies, and frogs. Because frogs are amphibious and they breathe both water and air. So they breathe air through their skin underwater. But those are like the three insects to look for during climate. And butterflies really aren't in abundance. I think the most that I saw butterflies was when we had the the monarch season, I believe it was, or the Spanish butterflies, whatever they're called, where they migrate down to Mexico or something like that. I was just about maybe a month ago, and that was only one day. I remember living out in Sun City, out in Temecula area, during that season. That was almost like 4 days long, and you're driving through the highway, and you can't even wash your car one day because you're going to get covered in bugs. So you got to wait till they stop migrating and being birthed and stuff like that, because your car gets really covered and stuff like that if you leave them on there any much longer, it starts to eat the paint away. But it's just so weird. Our climate's so different. Our insect world is different. We need, anything we need on this planet is bees. Those kind of insects that help pollinate, like butterflies and bees. But anyway, I digress. I was just throwing that out there because it was something that I noticed, and as I was drinking my coffee this morning, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, that is so odd. Things have changed so much from when I was little and things that I've seen. I don't know. Pretty crazy. But I want to say also thank you guys. Your comments have just been awesome. You guys are just as happy as that I got the pass as you're even more happier than I am. And I'm the one that's using it. So no, it's great. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed, what you were able to see. I was killing my battery. I was taking so many photographs, and I'm thinking, dude, relax. You got plenty of time. I got over. It was 225, 230 days of excitement. Now I did look at the future view on the calendars for the blackout dates for the pass. Definitely, I'm glad I did upgrade because yeah, I would have only been having access to the weekday, and I work during the weekday. So next week I can't go Saturday. It's a blackout. Friday and Saturday is a blackout, but I can go Sunday. So I'm gonna go Sunday. I'm hoping I'm gonna be there quite a while. I want to be there for early gate open, which is kind of like, well, no, and that's nothing like Disney's Road Drop, but it's early access. I think they open up early access to 8:30. I want to see about getting in there, but definitely get in there. I think they open around generally 9:30 in the morning. So being at now next month, I think there's a little bit more open days, and I did look at October. I'm going to have quite a few days open, so that's going to be cool because I like Halloween time at Universal, especially the haunted mazes and stuff like that. And I think with the pass, I get a discount on the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. I'm gonna check on that because I haven't done that in a long time. So, and that's just a lot of fun. I did They do have a Walking Dead walkthrough type of maze. It wasn't really all that scary, and in part because I already knew about it. I had seen it on YouTube videos, so I kind of knew what to expect. Seeing that, I was just like, "Oh shoot, I remember that." Yeah, so. But it was cool. I'm still happy. I'm still jazzed about getting this silly thing. I'm pretty. I am a man that's very easy to please. I mean, you want to sell me a brand new car? Make sure you show me a car with lights and switches and all sorts of things. And oh yeah, this newfangled thing that most cars have now that I really like, that was kind of like never heard of before, is mood lighting. We only had like courtesy lights in my Gran Torino Brome, my first car. I had they were called the courtesy lights, but I had courtesy lights down on the floor, and you could hit the switch, and the floorboard, especially the driver's seat and the passenger seat, would kind of light up, and it took a little like a 6-8 watt bulb, and you just screw it in there. I remember I took that and I took some model paint and I painted them red and I stuck them back in there, and that's kind of how I changed my mood lighting. A lot of cars that had those kind of features, especially some of the Cadillacs, the back emblems on the rear passenger seat used to light up. So a lot of people would carefully take the cover off and color the light bulb and create their own mood lighting. So but I'm pretty easy. I like simple things, and there's not too many rides and attractions, though they are good and very high tech, and I will try to get a little more in depth and more personal, and my personal. I mean, I'm going to start to do maybe a review or whatever, I haven't been there in a long time. I haven't done this kind of thing in a long time, so I'm fine with it, my friends. I am just going with it. I'm having a blast. This is kind of what I ultimately wanted to do. Once I closed the chapter of Homeless in Pasadena, and you guys were with me on that ride, a hell of a ride. What? Wow. Homeless in Pasadena. Oh, FYI, July 17th is the day that I walked into that church office and signed my lease. Went in my room, laid out all my crap, went back out, I remember, and I just started walking around. And I almost felt like in the opening scene of Saturday Night Fever, walking down with the music in the background. Give me a slice. Give me a slice of cheese, yeah. I felt that cocky that morning, I remember, because I felt really good. And with every single ounce of prayer and faith that I had, I was just hoping for something a little bit better, just a better sign that things were going to be a little bit better. For the most part, it has been. It's been great. You saw me go from the streets to indoors, so it's really cool, Next week, July 17th. This is the week, I think it was July 5th when my worker called me and he told me about it. And I'm like, nah, you're kidding. He says, yeah. He says, tomorrow we'll go take a look at the room. I went to go take a look at the room, came back. As we were walking out, I go, I'm in love. I love the room. I don't care if it was a hallway closet at this point, It's just, I just wanted it. And the fact that I got lucky enough that I got the largest room in the house, that's just, I am that much more grateful even for that fact. So, yeah, it's just, wow, it's just a trip. So much in 1 year, and it's gone by fast, It certainly has gone by fast. A year. Then I got the job the next day at Target and started training at Burbank, commuting to and from, went to the Pasadena store for the last week. And then here at La Cañada in October, and we've opened up. So, yeah, I guess I have accomplished a lot, I got an okay life. I got a good life. I certainly have a much better, healthier, brighter, more prosperous, emotionally and physically healthier, conscientiously, just all around great lifestyle. So much better than just, I mean, it's not the Vanderbilts type of lifestyle. Still definitely a life of a pauper, but I'm owning it. I'm working for it. I'm grateful for the help that I'm getting right now and trying to maintain this. But for the most part, I'm doing what I can to make sure that I carry this through, and certainly don't want to go back. Nobody wants to go back, and I wouldn't want to see anyone that I know or anyone that I don't know that have gotten this far like I have and just go back. It's a travesty. I honestly, I don't know what I would do. I've often kind of thought about this after I moved in. Oh man, I'd kill myself. Not really, no. I just, no matter how bad life can be or has been in the past for me, I'm just, right now, I've come too far in life and struggled too much just to simply give up, It's not like me, and I see the state of some people that are still on the streets, and I can't enjoy life being miserable. Depression was hard enough as it was. I'm not saying my depression is completely gone, but it doesn't really spike up as much as it used to. It used to keep me in a gray state of mind all the time. Even when I was working at Sugarfish, I was trying to be optimistic and positive about it, but oh my God, it was just between the stress of being homeless, working full time, and spending $1,000 a week on hotels and motels, and just that was pretty hard. And then getting sick, pneumonia, flu 3 times, hospitalized 3 times, DVTs, PEs, pulmonary embolisms. I had blood clots in my lungs, pulmonary embolisms in my leg. I had 2 blood clots in both legs. I was on Xarelta for a year, blood thinners. I was beat up. Had a slight brain hemorrhage for 24 hours. I had my arm broken, dislocated, a couple of black eyes, broken nose, fractured jaw, broken cheekbone, fractured cheekbone, excuse me. Still a little numb, facial paralysis right here. Yeah, I guess I could write a book. I'm still working on trying to do a podcast, y'all. I have the app on my phone to do a podcast, but it's just like, oh, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on how to do a proper podcast, but it's hard. It's hard, and I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes have writer's block or vlogger's block. I'm trying to come up with some sort of content. Like it's unscripted, but my content is I want to get up and like on my days off I want to get up and go somewhere. And I'm thinking, where can I go? Where can Charlie go today that he hasn't been in a long time or that he wants to see or do something? You know, and not all the time I will video for you, but for the most part, that's always on the back of my mind. Actually, on the front of my mind. For the most part, I want to be able to find something to share with you. You know, I want to challenge myself in doing something. Yeah, I'll be able to a little bit more, and especially since I'll be more in Studio City, more in the Hollywood, downtown LA area. I actually want to try to go maybe to I actually want to go to the San Fernando, the Galleria. That was my mall. That was my hangout. That's where we used to go. My girlfriend at the time, Wendy, and I remember when past times at Ridgemont High, we were hanging out there a lot. That's when I got my inheritance, and I was spending a lot of money. Her grandma was in San Fernando, and I moved in with her and her grandma. I rented the back trailer in the property. She had like an acre property in San Fernando. She had this trailer in the back, and I lived there. And grandma went to sleep. Wendy would sneak out of the house in the back library. We're kicking back there. I had a big bottle of Jack Daniels, and we just party. Listen to music and just, you know. And that's when I was just like 17, 18 years old, so I had a lot of fun. But I like the Valley. I haven't been to the Valley in I can't really remember when I was at the Valley the last time. Oh yeah, with Tanya, when we were looking for shoes. We went to a Sass shoe store out there. But that was on Van Ness, I think, and we just went to this one store. We really didn't do anything. But I love the Valley. I haven't been there. That was like party. And then my friend Chris, we stayed at Uncle Wayne's house that weekend. That was so cool. That was a big, beautiful house. I think he was house sitting, and he invited us to go in there, and there was a big pool. The whole house was kind of tropical, Hawaiianese, which was like the theme in the 70s, with the Malibu floodlights in the back shining up on the palm trees, and you know. accenting them and stuff like that was really cool. And that was, yeah, I think that was Wayne was sitting house sitting. Uh, Chris's Uncle Wayne. Uncle Wayne was one of the Marlboro men for the billboards, and I think he also did one or two commercials way back in the day. So, and I got to meet Uncle Wayne was cool, you know. Got to see his picture and stuff like that. And he and some other friends invented a board game back in the mid to late 80s. It didn't take off very well, but the game was called Greed. Look for a board game called Greed, and it was this green, felt like poker thing in a black canister type of ruling, kind of like a architect's tube. It was really cool. I remember we played it, but just never. I don't think it really caught on, and it just faded in time. All right. Well, I don't know. That's it. I can go on and on, my friends. But definitely this Sunday I'm going to go back to Universal and have some fun. So I gotta buy some energy bars because I. But the only thing that I might buy is a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna buy that at City Walk before I walk into the park because I didn't look at the price of the coffee though. I'm sure it's more like $3+ because that Frappuccino was like $8, and I'm like, holy shoot, that's a lot of money, a lot of money. All right, my friends. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day after. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing or what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button, tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, how far I've progressed, and that July 17th is going to be my one day that I moved in. I've been here a year. I've proud, very proud and happy, very, very. All right, my friends. I will talk to you later. I will upload this morning or tonight when I get home, and I hope you liked that was the last video that I did. That was leaving the park. So I shall talk to you all. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Take care. Bye.